Doctor Who Tales from Time, The Night Before Christmas, a Heart of Time prequel, written and narrated by Chris Jones. It all started the night before Christmas, across 3 different times: Earth 2015, Earth 2019, and Earth 2022. There's a man, a brilliant, wonderful, magical man, a man who could make the impossible seem possible. This man would travel through time and space in a magical blue box. His legend is known throughout the universe. He is loved by many, but to his enemies, he is feared. He goes by many names: Merlin, the oncoming storm, the bringer of darkness, the destroyer of worlds. But I, and many others, know him best as the Doctor. I last saw the Doctor on Earth in 2015. It was the Christmas season. 2 months had passed since Simon was murdered by the unknown. The Doctor turned up on my doorstep with a fresh haircut and a new suit, and before I could even say a word, we were off. He took me to ancient Egypt, the year 1332 BC, at the very beginning of Tutankhamun's reign. He stated with that ever-familiar sense of excitement he would often exhibit. We ventured through the Himalayas. He took me to see the birth and demise of a distant dwarf star in the Andromeda galaxy. We went everywhere and anywhere. However, it all came to an end when I took the Doctor to meet my friends. That's when we journeyed to Norway in 1840 and came face to face with the Ice Queen. That fateful encounter put an end to our travels together. The Doctor was refusing to let me go, but I knew my time was ending, and I knew I wouldn't get to see what happens next. But that's okay, because everything has its time, and everything ends. My life may have ended in 2015, but the story does not end there. January the 1st, 2019. Earth. The Doctor could not forgive himself for the death of Skye James. He would soon discover a letter, one that Skye had written just before her death 3 years prior. No one ever knew what was on that letter until now. The letter emphasised how important the Doctor was to Skye James, and reassured him that everything would be okay, leaving him with a small gift of a ring, forever sealing the bond they once shared. The Doctor had spent so long in exile, blaming himself, but deep down he knew that Skye would want him to carry on, and that's exactly what he did, meeting Daisy Rivers and continuing to have amazing adventures. However, the Doctor knows life is finite, and if he continues to hold off his regeneration, this could be his last. December 25th, 2022. The Doctor stood at the controls of his beloved time machine. In 6 days' time, it will be the 7-year anniversary of the death of Skye James. The Doctor hangs his head in remembrance. He moves back and touches the ring that is on his hand. I'm sorry, Skye. I'm so sorry for everything. The Doctor looks up, and standing opposite him, clear as day, is Skye. The Doctor, in complete shock, begins to rub his eyes, only to realise that what he is seeing is indeed real. Skye? The Doctor exclaims in disbelief, almost struggling to say her name. Hello, Skye states with a smile. How is this possible? The Doctor remarks. I'm an echo of the past, a psychic link created by the Heart of Time's imprint on you. Skye's voice is almost robotic and clinical. So, it's not really you. It's not really Skye. The Doctor exhales, with an almost teary sigh. I have all her thoughts and memories, based on what is known within time itself. But you're not her! I'm talking to a device, the Doctor pronounces with increasing anger in his voice. I am whatever you want me to be. If you want Skye, then talk to me like I'm her. Okay then. Skye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. If I could go back and change it all, I would, the Doctor proclaims in an emotional state. It's not your fault. And there is a way, Skye states with hopeful optimism. What do you mean? The Doctor questions, but before getting an answer, Skye fades away. The Doctor, deflated, presses a few switches before pulling the flight lever. The TARDIS lands, and the Doctor opens the doors to his magical machine. Outside lies a cemetery. The Doctor walks through the cemetery. It's snowing. His feet leave a trail as he approaches a grave. He rubs off the snow to reveal Skye's name. He reaches into his coat and pulls out some flowers. He lays them down by the grave. The Doctor proceeds to walk back the way he came, before disappearing into the blue box. The TARDIS appears dimly lit as the Doctor wanders in. He clicks his fingers and the door shuts, triggering the TARDIS to light up in a blaze of majesty. The Doctor approaches the console, but is drawn to a box. He grabs the box from the shelf, opens it, and sees the two fragments of the Heart of Time glowing. The Doctor knows that it must have been the Heart of Time that caused the Skye apparition, as a way to tempt him into using it. He would be lying if he said he wasn't tempted, but he resists the urge and puts the fragments back in the box, locks the box, and places the box back onto the shelf. The TARDIS phone rings to the Doctor's surprise. He picks it up and is delighted to hear Daisy's voice. "Daisy Rivers, to what do I owe this fine pleasure?" gleefully remarks the Doctor. "Christmas dinner, my house, I won't take no for an answer," Daisy demands. "Well, how can I refuse such an offer? I'll be there soon," the Doctor states in a humble manner. The Doctor hangs up the phone and glances at the box before pulling the flight lever and sending the TARDIS into full flight.